Magic cards and money, they go hand in hand. Let's take a look today at some amazing staple cards for a lot of people's decks that continue to hold a lot of value. Here we go, hand in hand, Magic the Gathering and your hard-earned dollars. Welcome back, everyone. I am MTG Mox, man. Happy to be talking to you about Magic each and every day of the week. So on today's video, we're going over some cards that are not reserve list that are still worth a lot of money. People sometimes forget that a lot of the cards that are not on the reserve list still hit up to that $100 level or higher depending on the set they came from. Are they pseudo reserve list? Do they have value? Are players playing with it? When was the last reprint? All these things can drive those prices in that market space. So let's take a look at some awesome cards. Let's get down to it. Dark Depths from Cold Snap is our first card up today. $35 Canadian for a near mint quality copy. The average is $25.97 US. The market comes in at $30.77 US. But pay attention to this. The foil is $199.47 US. Remember, old sets like Cold Snap, which is, you're talking 20-something plus years old, these had very hard to get foils. They weren't common like they are nowadays. There were no mythics back then. Getting a rare and getting in foil was a very big deal. Those who know the old foil collectibles, they understand an old foil is like gold if you ever crack one. It's amazing. You also can find this card for €16.40. The sales are high on this card. It has drifted down because of reprintings, but the sales are high because people are buying the OG original copies from Cold Snap. So price is going down, but the sales are high. The formats it's allowed in is Legacy, Commander, and Vintage. Keep an eye out. This one had surprisingly high sales. Now, when we're taking a look at our next card, we're looking at Doubling Season from Ravnica. $83 Canadian for a near mint copy. The average is $77.74. The market has it at $72.46. And again, look at that foil. Old school card, old school foiling, hard to get in packs. Very hard. Guys, $166.98 US to get that bad boy in your pocket. And that's, by the way, I found that kind of hard to find. I had to look around. And €39.76 to get that card. The sales, again, are high in this card. The formats it's permitted in are Commander, Vintage, Legacy, and Modern. But you also notice the uptick staircase look on the actual business side of things. This card is selling a lot. It's an original. People are picking it up because there's not much difference in the printings right now. People recognize that original printings will be worth more later. Keep an eye out on that in case it's something you're after. I only see this card being driven up until another reprint happens. Now, when we're taking a look here at land tax, you can see it's a 4th edition here, $35 Canadian for a near mint copy. The average is $31.99. The market has it at $29.22. €20.27 will get you that card. Now that $35, that did include shipping in this case. The formats it's permitted in is Legacy, Commander, and Vintage. And just like the card I showed you, Doubling Season, this has been reprinted. It's been around. But Wizards likes these prices to go up. They only put them in specialty products. In the case of land tax, they make it a mythic rare now. It's very hard to get. It keeps those prices high and creates almost like an artificial bubble of the value of these cards. They just don't want to reprint it too often. It drives the value down. They're going to keep it right here. The sales on this were very high, just like Doubling Season. Crazy to see these things go, but they're going fast, they're going hard, and the price is going to stay up until a reprint happens. Now our next card up is going to be Mystic Gate from Shadowmoor. Again, pay attention to that foil price over there. You can see this card right now is $38 Canadian for a near mint OG original. The average is $39.97 US. The market has it at $32.81 US. That foil is $124.75 US or €17.06 to get that card into your house. You see that spike up? That happened for a lot of these types of lands from these formats. People are buying them. The sales are high on it. The formats it's permitted in is Legacy, Commander, Vintage, and Modern. Remember, and Modern. We got another format here being added. The more formats a card can be played in, when it's a reprintable card, the more value it tends to have. So pay attention to this stuff. People are going for the OG original because, again, there's not tons of price difference right now. But who knows what 10 more years will bring to that kind of market where people might be hunting these cards down. Crucible of Worlds from 5th Dawn comes in at $52 Canadian for a near mint copy. The average is $43.07. The market has it at $43.58. A foil is $99 US. Remember, old foils, higher premiums to be paid. €21 will get you that card. Now the formats this card is permitted to be played in is Commander, Legacy, Vintage, Modern, and Pioneer. This card has had some dips in its price. It has been reprinted before. I'm curious to see if it comes around for Dominaria United or possibly the Brothers War this year. It depends on how they take that storyline arc. But the sales on this particular card are still remaining quite high as it's played a lot in Commander. Let's go ahead and take a look at our next card, which is going to fall in there at the wonderful Kazilek, the Butcher of Truth from Rise of the Eldrazi. I love this set. I remember getting 4 of this card and just having an Eldrazi deck. I loved it. I know they were overpowered, but I couldn't help myself. This card comes in at $85 Canadian for a near mint copy. The average is $73 US. The market has it at $73.53. A foil is $175.97. Again, hard to get foils. Even in 2009 when this was done, hard to get foils. All right, and €52.19 will get you that card. This card actually has drifted down slightly in price, but the sales are high, which will drive it back up in the near future. Pay attention to that. This little dip might be your opportunity to save $15-20 to grab a copy of this card. But he's Kazilek. Come on, he's a butcher, and he knows the truth. Lighthouse Chronologist from Rise of the Eldrazi also makes the list today. It's $20 Canadian for a near mint quality copy. The average is $18.41. The market has it at $17.58. A foil in this is going to cost you $87, just like Kazilek. It's harder to get. €7.96 will get you that card. You can see it's dipping down slightly right now. The formats it's permitted in is Legacy, Commander, Vintage, and Modern. This card is a beast. If it gets to its maxed out level, if you can pump him up somehow and get that mana to drive him right up, taking those insane extra turns is just mind-numbingly awesome to watch. Love this card. Played with 4 in my deck back in the day. Chronologist, you're here to stay. Now, when we're taking a look at Ulamog of the Infinite Gyro, you notice it's another Rise of the Eldrazi. Like people are having a nostalgic epiphany with these cards and are just trying to buy them all up. This card comes in at $85 Canadian for a near mint quality copy. The average is $65.17 US. The market has it at $64.59 US. The foil is $173.35. You notice it falls very close to the Butcher of Truth. And of course, €39.76 will get you that card. It has dipped down a little bit in price. The sales are very high on this card. The formats it's permitted to be played in are Commander, Legacy, Vintage, and Modern. He's an amazing card. Just like Kazilek, just like the Chronologist, it's like people have just recognized how much because the sales go hand in hand in this last 20-day period. It's a lot of sales. It's really high. All right, we're taking a look at Heliod, the Sun Crowned. I know I can't believe it. Theros Beyond Death, but this card comes in at $25 Canadian. That's for a near mint quality copy. We're talking $25 now. I remember it being $5. Now, when we're seeing here, the average is $20. The market has it at $19.26. A foil is $21.16. You notice that difference in the foiling? $20 to $21.16. It's like they're almost the exact same because the foils here are printed to death when you get to Theros Beyond Death. Well, that kind of all repeated itself, didn't it? That's kind of funny. Now, €18.87 will get you that card. Now, the formats it's allowed in is Legacy, Modern, Commander, Vintage, and Pioneer. The sales are insanely high. Okay? It was a whole bunch of copies going across multiple platforms. People are buying this card up. And I guess it's because, Theros is done. It's out of print. Nothing else is coming around. And he's used everywhere as a massive enchantment creature that can pump things up. People want to have a copy. Keep an eye. I actually expect this card to start rising again soon. Now, when we're taking a look at our next card, which is Mox Opal, Scars of Mirrodin. Oh, I love this card. When it came out, I paid $50 each. I got a playset right away. The first day it came out, a playset from 401 Games. I paid $200 and I think $30 back then for a playset of 4. I was so proud of myself. Like, Mox Opal is amazing. Now, I love this card. It's awesome. Thank goodness it's been reprinted to keep that price kind of down a little bit. You can find it for $55 Canadian near mint. The average comes in at $54.99. The market is $51.21. Foil is $84.29 and €29.75 will get you that card. You can see it's had a massive dip ever since Theros Beyond Death. It's just starting to creep up a little bit now. The sales are high on the card. The formats it's permitted in is Legacy, Commander, and Vintage. Keep an eye on this card. When it's this cheap, Wizards is not going to reprint it for a while, and the price will start to rise. Let's go ahead and take a look at our last card today, and that's Greater Oromancy. This card is from Shadowmoor as well. $82 Canadian for a near mint copy. The average is $68.60 US. The market has it at $71.17 US. A foil, remember older school foils, $165 US. And of course, €38.25 will get you that card. It's dipped down just a smidgen right now in the last 20 days, but the sales are high on this card. People are picking up, and I mean, come on, your enchantments get Shroud. It stops a lot of stuff. It's a great card to have. That's why people are buying this card. So when we take a look at all this awesomeness, these cards, none of them are reserve lists. They can be reprinted. But Wizards is going to dole these things out. They're going to build this secondary market slowly over the next 10, 15 years. With every set they reprint, they will reprint some specialty sets, put some products out there, and slowly drip some of these amazing cards back in. But they'll never come back like they did in the original sets they were printed in. It's something to really pay attention to. When these cards first go out of print is the best time to buy yourself a playset, to hold on to it. If you wait years and years, or if you're a new player coming in, you're going to pay that old school premium because you've waited so long or just got in at the wrong time. Guys, thanks a lot for tuning in today. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up. Join the channel if you're new. Smash that subscribe button. And don't forget, have some nachos and cheese. I can't wait. Guys, have a great day today. Big shout out goes out to each and every one of my wonderful patrons. You guys are amazing. I can't wait till December. Patrons are going to rock it out. We're going to have some fun. Can't wait to get to those giveaways. Thanks a lot, patrons, for sticking by everything. Patrons make the world go round. Welcome back to the end credits of my videos. If you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. If you're just finding this now, haha, you know a secret nobody else knows. Guys, you know what happens to me at the end of these videos when I do the non-reserve list stuff? My mind starts playing tricks on me. I go, hey, I have like 10 Ulamog of the Infinite Gyro. So that's like $1,000 almost. Then you start thinking of reserve list cards you could buy. It gets your mind going. Because you have so many cards you play with in decks, but you don't play them often. You go, I should just trade those in. But then I say, what happens if I ever need them back again later? It might cost more. So I don't do anything with them. I just keep them. But your mind always goes there. I have like probably a dozen. I think I have a foil chronologist somewhere too. After I learned this, I'm going, whoa, that's some serious money. Your brain just goes funny place when you see how long you've been playing, all the cards you collected, and you wonder where you put them. I can't help myself. Hope you guys are having an awesome day today. I'll see you guys tomorrow.